Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and I had a lot of you ask me recently to tell you what I think of the Jungle Book trailer. A lot of you were like, Andre, you gotta talk about the Jungle Book trailer. And then some of you were like, also Peach Dragon. So the trailer of the Jungle Book plays up the same setup as the Jungle Book animated movie. Mowgli is this boy that's in the jungle running around, there's animals surrounding him, and he's trying to survive. And we also got the first trailer for Peach Dragon, which shows a boy in the jungle trying to survive. Wait, is this Peach Dragon? This looks a lot like the Jungle Book. I couldn't tell. When I first started watching this Peach Dragon trailer, I literally looked at my screen and my keyboard and my file to make sure I was watching the right trailer because I was like, no, this is Jungle Book again. I gotta be honest, I don't remember that much about Peach Dragon, but I do remember there was a boy. I believe he was an orphan, but I don't remember him coming from the jungle. Is that a thing that happened in the original movie, or is that just something new they decided to do for this movie? I wonder if this is literally the same jungle. If like Mowgli is on one side of the jungle and Pete is on the other side and they just ran to each other like, oh, what you doing here? Oh, what are you doing here? I thought I was the only token human up in this jungle. You can't have two humans up in this jungle. It's like that scene when the two black people met in Nine Other Teen movie. Now with Jungle Book, this is not the first time that Disney has made a live action Jungle Book movie. They made one back in 94, I wanna say, or in the 90s. But in that movie, it was all humans and trained animals with a little bit of CGI. There was no talking animals in that. Whereas in this one, it's all talking animals and a lot of CGI. Now in both Jungle Book and Peach Dragon, the landscape looks impressive. The jungles look amazing. The cinematography is great. I feel like I'm in the jungle. And they got these kids running around the jungle. They look like little parkour kids jumping off of trees and branches. It's really interesting. I mean, that's fascinating. Everything looks fine until the animals show up. Then it gets a little awkward because sometimes when the animals are there, it looks very impressive. When they're kind of standing still and talking to each other, they look like real animals and you get immersed into that world of like, okay, I can accept this. But once they start moving around or fighting or jumping around, you can clearly tell it's CGI. And it was supposed to advertise that, oh, the movie's in 3D, but it just seemed weird and it further put me in that notion of, well, they ain't real animals. This is just CGI. This is a CGI fest. And I don't know if this is a problem for a lot of people, but it's a problem for me sometimes. It is easier for me to accept CGI fantasy characters in a live action movie than it is to accept CGI animals that are supposed to be real animals. Say what you will about Transformers, say what you will about Smurfs. If there's one thing you can give them credit for, they set up the fact that they are fantasy creatures. They're not from this world, they're from a different dimension or a different planet. You accept it, or at least I accept it, because it's like, okay, well, you look different because you're not from here. Therefore, when you're running around with Shia LaBeouf or Neil Patrick Harris, I can accept that you're real. Same thing with Roger Rabbit or Space Jam or Looney Tunes Back in Action. Those are 2D animated characters. It's very clear they're cartoon characters, but because they set up in that world, these are cartoon characters. They are not the same as us. You accept it. So when you see Eddie Valiant grabbing Roger Rabbit by the ears, you think that's real. At least in my brain. But then you get to something like Garfield, where Garfield is a CGI cat, but we're supposed to believe that he's a real cat. And the whole time I'm looking at him going, no, you're not a real cat. You are a CGI cat. It's very obvious. And then you pair him with Odie, who you had played by a real dog, and it even further shows that Garfield ain't no real cat. This is why I think Peach Dragon may have an advantage. When you make this CGI dragon, dragons are not something that we see in regular days as animals. Then when you're seeing a bear that's supposed to be a real bear, but it's talking. Sorry. I accept the Zootopia animals. The animals in Zootopia, I kind of accept more as realistic animals than the Jungle Book animals. Now that's a movie with some animals I'm ready to see. Zootopia, let's do this. They are making a live action Beauty and the Beast and Winnie the Pooh, in case you didn't know that. Pretty much Disney is going through their entire library and saying, what can we make live action? Some of those movies have been good. I mean, I thought Maleficent was okay. I never saw Cinderella, not the recent Cinderella. I saw the one with Brandy and Whitney Houston that was on The Wonderful World of Disney. I saw that version. That was pretty cool. It's not like you're remaking an 80s cult film that a few people like, but is not a mainstream film and then trying to make it bigger and badder and better. You're taking classic Disney movies, movies that everybody knows in some aspect, and saying, we're gonna make it gritty and live action. It's just interesting to me because both of those movies were kind of light and fun, even though the Jungle Book was all about animals wanting to eat a kid. But Peach Dragon though, Peach Dragon was at least like lighthearted and fun, and now it's gonna become this like darker, grittier reboot with Bryce Dallas Howard. But I'm at least interested in the Jungle Book because I was a big fan. I love the Jungle Book, man. That's one of my favorite Disney movies. I enjoy that movie so much. Man. So I'm gonna come up with this new Jungle Book and be like, all right, y'all gotta impress me. I got some memories in me of that classic Jungle Book that you're gonna have to push aside to say, well, we ain't that Jungle Book. We a little different, but we're still entertaining. And the one way they're gonna get me or not get me is with the celebrity voices. So celebrities are voicing all of the animals. I know how people get about celebrities voicing cartoon characters. I don't know is that what you would call them in this case? But it depends on the celebrity. Some celebrities are really good at letting go of themselves and voicing the character that they're supposed to be voicing. Some celebrities you can easily tell, oh, that's just a celebrity doing the voice. With this one, it's gonna be tough for me because I think the celebrities are doing a fine job. It's just because, again, I got that classic Jungle Book in my brain, I can't let go of those original voices. I know how Baloo sounds. I know how Shere Khan and King Louie sounds. I know that from the Jungle Book. I know that from Tailspin. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But Bill Murray, again, I was just talking about Garfield. Bill Murray is Baloo, Christopher Walken voicing King Louie. So, you know, it's gonna work out, I think. Now, I have to give him props though. In this one, freaking Idris Elba and Shere Khan, I was like, that's perfect. I will take that. That is a thumbs up. He totally should be Shere Khan. I always loved about Shere Khan. I love that he was just like, hey, what you doing up there, Kai? You got something you eating? You better not have that boy up there. And they're like squeezing him. If you hiding something from me, Kai. And then when he finally found Mowgli, he was all like, oh, you're the boy, right? And Scarlett Johansson is Kai. Scarlett Johansson is the snake, right? That's gonna mess my brain up. She's all talking. She got that sexy voice. So every time I see a snake now, I'm be like, what's up, snake? Do you talk like Scarlett Johansson? My eyes gonna be all turning and stuff and more like green and yellow circles up in my eyes. Woo! Ooh, Black Widow. I'm interested in seeing these movies. I think that they're gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see how they're gonna take these realistic takes of these classic cartoons or live action / cartoons like Pete's Dragon. Let's make our own live action cartoons. Okay, think of an animated movie or an animated series that you would like to see remade in live action. You can tweet me at Black Nerd or put it in the comments. Use the hashtag live action cartoons. Until then, good luck with Jungle Book, good luck with Pete's Dragon. I'll see them all. I'll see Beauty and the Beast, I'll see Winnie the Pooh, but when is that Rescue Rangers one coming out? Y'all said that y'all gonna make a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers live action CGI reboot. I need that now. I need a CGI Monterey Jack and Gadget in my life. Make it happen. Rescue Rangers away. And then if Jungle Book does well, you can make a live action CGI Tailspin. Oh yeah, Tailspin. Oh yeah, Tailspin. Friends will like you thick and thin. What another Tailspin. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Chain chomp, yo. Spin it, let's begin it. You can win it in a minute. You can win it in a minute. Tailspin it.